Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hafiz, and today I will be demonstrating to you about the Softscape activities and the Hardscape activities. But before we go to that, I will be explaining about the tools that we are going to need to do the activities.
These are all the tools of the Softscape activities that we are going to use. As you can see, we have the water can, hand trowel, hoe, skate shears, and head shears. This part of the hand trowel is called the handle, and here we have the hanging hole, and as you can see right here we have the blades. The function is used for digging hole for planting because the edge is quite sharp that can easily penetrate through the soil. This way we don't have to worry about losing our hand when we want to dig the hole. I will be using this hand trowel for the repotting activities, fertilizing activities, and transplanting activities. And now we have the skate shears. As you can see, this part of the tools is called the keeper, which to lock the skate shears for safety. And then here we have the handle of the skate shears. These are the spring of the skate shears. And as you can see, these are the blade screw. These are the center nut and bolt. And finally, we have the blades. The function is used to prune branch of trees, shrubs that are dying or dead, and they are also used to cut branches that have been infected by the pests and disease to prevent from spreading, and it also promotes the plant's natural shapes and health. And I will be using the skate shears to do the repotting activities. This tool is called the head shears. Here we have the handle of the head shears, and here we have the bumper. These are the center and bolts, and lastly we have the blades. The function of these head shears is used to cut through branches, and it is usually used when we want to make a hedge or a formal garden, which will make the place more neat. And I will be using these head shears to do the trimming activities. As for the hoe, this part is called the butt end, and this part is called the handle, and as you can see here, this is called the blade edge. The function of this hoe is used to cultivate the soil and also remove the weeds. And I will be using these tools for the weeding activities. As for the watering can, this part of tool is called the handle. And then here we have the tank. And lastly, we have the rose, as you can see right here. And the function of this watering can is used to water the plants by hand. The location that I will be doing all the Softscape activity is located at my backyard. These are the tools that I will be using for repotting activities. Here we have hand trowel, skate shears, and water can. And the safety equipment that you need to do the repotting activities is you need to wear a glove. These are the turmeric plant, the plant that I will be using to do the repotting activities. As you can see, the problem that this pot is having is that it's not in a good shape, and it has a lot of cracks, and it is going to rot. And the effect is the plant will suffer water loss because there are many cracks on the pots, and the plant could lead to drop leaf or even die. The first step to do the reporting activities is that you need a new bigger pot. As for the step 2, cover the drainage hole with rocks or gravel for the water drainage. Do not block the drainage hole completely because the water cannot go through. Step 3. Layer the soil in the new pots. And then clear all the dead leaves that are in the pots. And for the step 4, it's time to remove the plant from the old pots. We must use the hand trowel to remove the plant. Hold the trowel properly in our hand and then press the blade into the soil to penetrate it, and then take the plant out of the pots. And now it's time to prune the roots. We must use these scissors to prune the roots. But first, we need to open the keeper of the scissors. And then prune the tips of the roots to help flourish the plants in the new pots. And this method is called the root pruning. And don't over prune the roots because the plant could die. And then we must use the hand trowel to make a hole in the new pots. And then after that, we transplant the plants in the new pots. The best time to do the reporting activities is early in the morning and late in the afternoon. And I am doing this activity in the afternoon. And then after that, put more soil in the new pots to help balance the plants. And finally, water the plant by using the water can to help settle the soil. And finally, we are done. For the next activity that I will be doing is I will be doing pest management under the element of Softscape. As you can see that the problem that this plant is having is that the plant is attacked by pests, and the effect is it will cause the plant to yellowing or browning on the plant leaf and possible wilting, and also could even die from the pest attack. So I will make an organic pesticide as the solution. The spray bottle is the tools that we need to do the pest management activities. These are the ingredients that is needed to make the organic pesticide. First, we have the lemongrass, we have turmeric, garlic, and onion, and also we have chili. Then, put the water inside the blender, and then put all the ingredients in the blender. I also put some soap inside the blender so that the organic pesticide can last longer. Then, blend all the ingredients together so that it will mix well. Then, put the mixed ingredient inside the spray bottle. And then, it is ready to be used to the plant. And then, spray the organic pesticide to the plant that has been attacked by pests so that it can prevent them from attacking the plant again. This method is called the foliar spraying. For the next Softscape activity that I will be doing is trimming. These are the tools that I will be using for the trimming activities, which is the hedge shears. As you can see that the problem is the lemongrass is overgrown, which has entered the road and could be dangerous because it has blocked the road. It also lacks the aesthetic view because of its messiness, and the plant also have affected by the disease. As for the effect is that it could be very dangerous for people to use the road because the lemongrass is blocking the view and the disease could spread to the other plant if we don't trim the lemongrass. The proper attire that we need to wear is a glove and the long sleeve shirt, and then hold the tools properly so that it won't fall off our hands, and use two hands for a better grip and for the safety. For the first step is that we need to trim the edge of the lemongrass of the leaf so that it will look nice and neat. And then trim the overall of the lemongrass with the same size to form a neat shape like a topiary. And to do that, you must use a sharp blade for a better cut. Do not use unsharp tools or blades because it will be hard to do the trimming activities. And after that, we are done. The next Softscape activities that I will be doing is weeding, and the correct way to use the hoe is you need to angle the hoe so that the tips of the blades will enter the soil just below the surface to remove the weeds. And the proper attire or using this tool is you need to wear a glove, and then you need to wear a long sleeve and also a rubber boots for safety. The problem for this activity is that there are too much weeds around the plant because the weeds will compete nutrient for growth, and then the effect is that the plant are unable to grow big because due to the weeds that are competing nutrients with the plant. I am also using my hand to do the weeding, and make sure you wear the gloves for safety. And the right way to do the weeding is that we need to pull the weeds all the way to the roots so that there won't be a chance for the weeds to regrow again. And this method is called the cultural control. And do not only pull the surface of the weeds because the weeds will grow back because the root is still not removed from the soil. The next activity that I will be doing is the fertilizing activities. You need the hand trowel tools for these activities. First, you must penetrate the soil by using the hand trowel blades through the soil. These are the pocket placement method for the fertilizing activities, where you will dig a hole and then put the fertilizer inside the hole and cover back using the soil. And the types of fertilizer that I am using is granules. And do not put too much fertilizer because the plant could die due to excessive nutrient. And the reason for this problem is that the plant is not growing well, and the effect is that when the plant is lack of nutrient, it could cause to wilting and even die. I will be doing the transplanting activities, and the problem that this plant is having is that the plant will not have enough space to grow as it gets bigger, and the effect is that if the plant is not transplanted, the plant will not grow properly, which they will be small in size, and as the plants gets bigger, the roots will not have enough space to spread inside the seed tray, and it will be hard to get enough nutrient for a proper growth. These are the tools that is needed to use for transplanting the plants, which is the hand trowel. And you also need to wear a glove for safety. First, we must use the hand trowel to penetrate the soil to make a hole for the plant to be transferred. And then, carefully take out the plants from the seed tray to the soil. Do not prune the roots because the plant is still little for the roots to be pruned. And finally, cover the soil to the plant that has been transferred to the soil. The best time to do the transplanting is early in the morning and late in the afternoon. And then we are done. For the last activity is I will be doing watering, and these are the tools which are the watering can. As for the problem, the soil is too dry, which the plant will be having a hard time to get some nutrient for it to grow, and the effect is that the plant will die because it is lacking water. The types of watering method that I am doing is I am watering using a watering can. And also, do not overwater the plant because the roots could drown and the plants could die. These are all the tools of the hardscape activities that I'm going to use. As you can see, we have the pressure washer, we have the hose, broom, roller, brush, paint tray, and we also have the paint. And I am using this to do the cleaning activities, sweeping activities, and painting activities. As you can see, this tool is called the pressure washer, and this part is called the adjustable nozzle, and this part is called the plastic lens. This part is the trigger, and this is the lock. And as you can see right here, this is the pump device, and this is the water inlet. And as you can see right here, these are the power. And the function of this pressure washer is use of high pressure water to spray to remove lost paint, mold, grime, dust, mud, chewing gum, and dirt from the surface and objects such as building, vehicle, and concrete surface. And I will be using these tools for the cleaning activities. As you can see, this is called the hose, and its function is used to water plants in the garden or lawn. And I will be using these tools for the cleaning activities. This tool is called the broom, and the function is for sweeping the floors of homes, and it is soft enough to be flexible and move even like dust, but still enough to achieve a firm sweeping action. And I will be using this broom for the sweeping activities. This tool is called the paint tray, and its function is it allows you to use a paint roller for easy application of paint. This tool is used for painting activities. This tool is called the brush, and its function is to paint the parts where the roller could not paint, and it is also used for finishing touch to touch up the surface to make it more neat. This tool is used for painting activities. This tool is called the roller, and its function is used for painting a large flat surface rapidly and efficiently. This tool is used for painting activities. And finally, we have the paint, and its function is used as a coating to decorate a surface or a substrate. It is also used for a wide variety of color, texture, finish, and gloss level. It can also used to design to protect the surface or substrate against the ultraviolet rays, humidity, and chemicals. This tool is used for painting activities. The location for all the hardscape activity is located at my backyard. For the first hardscape activity that I will be doing is cleaning, and as you can see here, the problem is that the pavement is full of mold and moss, and it could be very dangerous because the pavement has become very slippery and people could fall easily, and the effect is that people could get heavily injured when they slip due to the slippery surface of the pavement. These are the tools that I will be needed to do the hardscape activity, which is cleaning. As you can see right here, these are the pressure washer and a hose. First, we must insert the hose to the water inlet. Then, turn on the power of the pressure washer. And then unlock the tool's lock. Before we do the cleaning activity using the pressure washer, these are the safety equipment that you need. First, you need to wear a hat and a goggle, mask, long sleeve shirts, long sleeve pants, and a rubber boot for your safety. And then, hold the water pressure and pull the trigger to clean the pavement. And we must do it very carefully for our safety. And do not put your hand on the tip of the water pressure to test the water, because you can get really heavily injured due to the water pressure, so you need to be careful. Also, do not pull the trigger at people because they could get seriously injured. And this is how it will look like after it has been done. For the next hardscape activity that I will be doing is sweeping and cleaning. As you can see here, that the problem is that the stair has many dirt and also moss, and it makes it really dangerous because people could fall off while using the stair because of its slipperiness. And the effect is that when the people fall down the stair, because the stair is slippery, they could get seriously injured. These are the tools that I will be needing for the sweeping and cleaning activities. Here we have the broom, next we have the hose, and finally we have the pressure washer. For the first step, we need to clean the surface of the stair by using a broom. And clear all the dirt away from the stair, and then hold the broom properly so that it won't slip from our hand. As for cleaning, we need to unlock the lock of the pressure washer and face the tips towards the stair, and then pull the trigger to wash the stair. And this is how it will look like after we have done the sweeping and cleaning activities. The last activity that I will be doing is painting. As you can see, these are the tools that is needed, which are the paint tray, the roller, brush, and also the broom for our painting activities. The problem that this pavement is having is that the pavement is lacking aesthetic value, and the effect is that the pavement will look boring and unattractive. Before we do the painting activities, these are the proper attire that you need to wear, which is the hat, goggles, mask, long sleeve shirt, glove, long sleeve pants, and also a rubber boots. The first step to do the painting activities is that we have to make sure that the surface is clean. So we are using the broom to clean all the dirt on the pavement. Before we use the paint, we must stir the paint well so that it will ensure the beautiful color. And do not paint the pavement without stirring the paint first, because the color will not look nice to the pavement surface. And then pour the paint into the paint tray. And then apply evenly with the roller. And now it's time to paint. We must paint the pavement slowly on the surface of the pavement while spreading it through the pavement so that we can get a beautiful surface color. And now it's time to use the brush, and the function of it is to paint the parts where the roller could not paint, and it is also used for a finishing touch to touch up the surface to make it more neat. Do not do the painting activity when it's about to rain, because the rain could wash all our paints away. And then after that, we wait for the paint to dry under the sun for a few hours so that the paint can dry. And then this is how it looks like after it's done. And then after we have done all the hardscape and softscape activities, we must wash all our tools equipment that we have used so that we can use them for a long-term use in the future. You need to wash all the tools properly to remove all the dirt on the tools to prevent disease that are stuck on the tools, so that it will be safe to use it again, because there are some disease that has been stuck to the tools when we use the tools on the soil. As for the painting tools, you need to submerge the paint roller in a bucket of water and then squeeze the paint from the roller with your hand so that the paint won't get stuck and make the roller hard to use it again. And then after that, wash the paint tray so that we can use it again in the future.
And that is all from me. Thank you.